But I mean, overall though, the Game Awards was damn good show because there was just a lot of like just interesting stuff that you never thought you would see.
I was
there.
talking to somebody about it earlier today, and me and him were talking. He was like, "Yeah, it was sort of a weird Game Award show. I mean, it was good. It was built for all of us people in our 30s."
Boy, you ain't lying. I felt my age come out a little bit in that show.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see where some of that is because I know a lot of these.
Yeah.
A lot of these are games coming back.
Right.
But there's one in particular for me where I'm like, the beginning and the end of the show were the announcements that I got really hyped for.
Yeah.
Celesta and Crimson Desert.
Celesta and Crimson Desert. I'm like, these are games that I've been waiting on for a long time.
Yep.
Most people don't know what these games are.
Yeah. Yeah, we all three of us were able to take something away from this show as like just immensely excited. I mean, you with like Celeste and Crimson
Celeste
Desert
too. Like it was.
Yeah.
I think that was before you.
Yeah, that was
popped off
before
for a
him.
little while.
Yeah, I literally.
I was like, fuck the rest of the show. I'm happy
Yeah,
already.
it's like you're done. I mean, you had your double games there with Virtua Fighter and Project Century, whatever. I mean, Split Fiction, which all of us are going to be mutually excited for. We're all mutually excited for Dispatch. I'm looking forward to Crimson Desert as well. I mean, overall, it's just a very good show. Lot to be enjoyed from this one.
A lot to look forward to in the next year or two.
Dude, a lot to look forward to in just the first quarter. You know what I mean? Oh my Lord, this February and March, boy,
That was sort of nice that a lot of the initial trailers, like in the pre-show,
Yeah.
going into the
all
opening
very
of the,
early.
It's like the first third of the show, everything had a date.
yeah, it was coming out either March, pretty much March.
Yeah, because that's even what Joseph said with Split Fiction. He's like, but you only got like 2 months to wait. You'll be fine.
Yeah, because I think the furthest out title was maybe an April date. Pretty much everything
Yeah.
else was
In
March
terms-
or before.
Yeah, in terms of stuff that got his dates. Yeah.
Because it didn't get a date. Celesta got end of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, end of 2025 is what it got. But other than that, it was like an August date
Yeah.
was the furthest one. Which, oh, by the way, I saw you followed or wish listed that Steel Hearts game. Did you actually play it?
Still Hunters.
Steel Hunters?
I tried.
What does that mean?
I got to update my PC again.
Oh, okay.
I tried to play it.
That's a weird mech fighting
Yeah,
game, right?
I mean it's an open beta until the 23rd, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I tried to play it, and my computer went, "Oh yeah, you don't got enough memory for this."
I started looking at reviews for it. Apparently, it's a duos based mech fighter where I think there's 4 or 5 other teams, and it's an extraction BR.
Interesting.
And giant mechs, interesting. Okay,
I did see a downside to it though. I haven't played it yet, but based on some of the reviews, it does have a pretty big downside for players trying to come in.
I sort of figured it might.
And it's leveling up mech in particular gives you a straight stat increase for that mech instead of like upgrade points or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just straight number increases. So as you play a mech more, your health, damage, everything goes up.
So you ideally
is-
just want to play the same mech and don't want to jump around.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it makes it where I haven't played it yet. I still want to try it, but it makes it where trying different things or coming in later
It's going to be detrimental
makes it harder to get into.
until they get a good matchmaking setup,
But-
which
I will still probably try it just to get an actual opinion on it for myself. That's just from reading
And-
like reviews.
that's more or less what I try to do, but I got to buy me some more memory again, so
Oh, what, RAM?
yes, memory.
Yeah, gotcha. So with the Game Awards, I tried to pick out all the stuff that I thought was the biggest and our personal favorite. Was there any announcements that I missed? I've got like the full list in the show notes. It's
Yes!
a novel to go through. What did I miss?
For me and my gotcha community,
Oh, my bad, bro.
we got to look at our first possible new character for Zenless after our big update in 1.4 we're fixing to get here on Wednesday, which is a character I fucking knew was going to come out because
Yeah, you were saying that when the trailer was happening. I knew she was going to be a character.
there's way too many posters that with her face on it that look more detailed than all the rest. And then with 1.3 update, she's sneakily in public looking at the poster in an area where no one's been before. Because that was the first thing I noticed in 1.3. during the afternoon on 6th Street. She's just standing there. I went, "You're not normally here. Who are you?" And then we got our first look for Star Rail, our next planet, which is going to be starting with, from what Jeff was saying, 3.0, but we're just now in 2.7, so I guess 2.8 they're going to start it, I guess.
One thing that you didn't have highlighted here is First Berserker.
The Kazan, yeah.
We got a extended cinematic trailer for it.
Yeah. I saw the pre-orders went up too.
Looks great. It's like this is one that I'm pretty excited to give a try. It looks insane. And then we also they are expanding the DNF universe again with another game. What was it? Dungeon Fighter Arad.
Yep.
Yes.
I saw that too.
So it's like that's kind of interesting to see happen.
This is still wild to me how far DNF has gone.
And then a game kind of, I guess, worth mentioning. I wasn't really expecting to see, but it looked decent, and as long as they made it good, I can forgive what appears to be kind of the branding behind it. But we did get the Game of Thrones RPG.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
King's Sword or whatever.
Yeah, it looked decent. It's a kind of a little late for a Game of Thrones big RPG to come out.
For the
They-
first part of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for that features, we saw most characters
From
or
the
most like
HBO show.
Yeah.
most like pivotal characters from like the first or from Game of Thrones itself. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays. It kind of looked like you just play a character,
An insert character.
Yeah.
like an insert character. Hopefully you're kind of doing your own thing while everything else is going on, and not kind of just like
Altering the timeline.
Here's a character that's just happens to be there during all of these events. It'd be more interesting if it was just like, hey, you got some shit going on, but you're gonna get interrupted by this story over here every now and then. So interesting to see it.
Yeah. I guess one random announcement that I want to give a shout out to, because they made it out to be such a bigger thing than it was the Sonic Racing. Because I was in the call with you guys for that one. It's just like, this property's come back with, with this next big game. It's like it started to open up, and Zach's just like, what racing game is this? And we saw Shadow like unlock the car. It's like, Sonic? I'm like, that's random. And even Jeff was laughing about it. It's like, oh yeah, there you go. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And I'm just like, this feels like a really dumb announcement to make hype up a little bit, but all right, whatever. No big deal. But,
I was gonna say
Also-
one other one that me and Zach both kind of jumped a little bit at. We're a little bit surprised to see Double Dragon Revive.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
A new beat 'em up, a nice looking full 3D beat 'em up at that. Ones that I know other people are excited about, the Ninja Gaiden Ragebound,
Yeah.
and then everyone's favorite non-indie game, Dave the Diver and the Jungle.
Thank you for clarifying. It's a non-indie. Appreciate that. Yeah, we need to make that perfectly clear for everyone. Some people in the industry doesn't understand that, apparently.
Then one that I may dip my toes and see if it's anything interesting is that Thick as Thieves game.
Oh yeah, that did look really interesting. Honestly, I saw that and I was like, this feels like a Zach game. It's like that was my first thought watching. It's like, that felt like a Zach game.
Yeah.
New Power World update. Shout out to that.
I was just gonna mention Infinity Nikki because I think you were trying to talk to us during this one, and we were just like, yeah, we're not paying attention to you.
You were, because you were, and I went, I can't help you, Alex. The dress up gotcha game's on.
Yeah, no. Christina's been playing it. She absolutely loves it. Also, Alex has also been playing it since it came out.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, because Andy hit me up asking for Christina's username for Alex. It's like, yeah, they've been playing it. Like Alex been playing it nonstop since it dropped, and Christina's been a bit. Infinity Nikki has been the only thing to pull Christina away from my time at Sandrock, which she's already got like 150 hours on it in basically no time.
Then we got a bit more look at a Frag Punk again.
That game looks so much.
I'm
fun.
glad you mentioned that because I missed it when I was scrolling through. That is like the one like
team shooter.
team
Team
shooter,
shooter, yeah.
that I look at and I'm like, I want to play that one.
Yeah, that one. That one looks.
We
like
got to
a lot
see
of fun.
a lot more of the card effects,
Mm-hmm.
the power ups in it, and then it's like I didn't stop and read them all, but we did get to see like a big shot of them just throwing cards out on the screen that could potentially be there. So very excited for that to potentially play that.
Right. But I mean, overall, top to bottom, I think it was a really good Game Awards. I think the flow of the show felt really good.
Match one is done.
Who was it?
Sammy and McIntyre.
I mean, Drew won, obviously.
Yeah, missed it, but
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Drew won. Also, shout out to Chelsea Green. She's going to be champion. Let's go.
yeah, we've been
Let's go.
we've been fantasy booking that for a while.
Let's go. Oh, I saw the post. It's like, shocking. Chelsea Green beat Bailey. I'm like, oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's Chelsea Green's title. Let's go.
Speaking of games that missed their time, Squid Games Unleashed.
Yeah, for real. That also missed its time, but people are still going to check it out for sure.
Well, like I was telling Zach when they were showing it off, yeah, it's kind of missed the big window of it, and also it's funny that Crab Game it looks better than it. But they're timing the release for this to be right before season 2 comes out.
Good timing, at least.
so-
Yeah, I guess in that regard, yeah.
So and it's going to be a Netflix game, so people that'll be on Netflix looking for it
Yeah,
can go to the games and they'll see Squid Game there, which might make them just jump in and play it.
true. What letter grade would you guys give the Game Awards this year?
I'd give it an A-.
I was going to say, yeah, B plus, A minus.
I'd probably go B plus just because it was a very front-loaded showcase. If
Yeah.
it finished, like I don't have the big connection to Okami or that, but if it was, and like the big Naughty Dog reveal at the end, while cool to see, is kind of nothing for the moment.
Yeah, it's a nothing burger.
But so yeah, I'd say B plus. First like half of the showcase, I would give like a high A.
Yeah.
But it kind of petered off there for a little bit. Like we got a little too much nothing in the middle. But still, overall, great showcase.
Yep.
Probably the best one we've had.
Yeah, no. For the 10th anniversary, I mean, he nailed it. I mean, he got a lot of good reveals, even if some of the really cool ones are pretty far off. It was still just, I guess it helped for the hype of the 10th anniversary. So shout out to